Karen, she was really making it very clear the storm surge is going to be a huge concern, up to 12 feet in parts of where you are. Have the majority of people that you've spoken to and officials you've spoken to, have they been heeding the warning since we've seen that shift from Irma?
From everything that we have seen throughout the day today, Isa, is that many people here in the Collier County, which is the area where Naples and a couple other barrier islands, an area with a population of a little more than 300,000 people. Every indication we got today was that the vast majority seem to have evacuated this area. We've spoken with the mayor here in Naples, the police chief down on Marco Island, is a barrier island with about 16,000 people that live there full time. It's a very popular vacation destination, high-rise condominiums, multi-million-dollar homes. Every indication, again, we got there as we were there late this evening, is that many of the people had evacuated. So that is the good news, at least from the first responder standpoint, where they don't have to worry as much about people being trapped in their homes. That's not to say that that everyone is gone. There are still definitely people who have chosen to ride the storm out here in this corner of southwest Florida, anticipating the worst. On Marco Island, that police chief told us that there are 80 first responders, police, and fire who will be riding out the storm there on that island, positioned in various locations on the island in case anybody needs help, and they can reach them after the worst of the storm has gone by. But it is unsettling to listen to these weather forecasts, and you hear the reports of the hurricane re-intensifying, reaching Category 4 levels, especially as we sit here tonight in these overnight hours. And the rain has been, somewhat steady, but hardly a dent of what it's going to be like here in the coming hours. And the wind has been very manageable as well. So it is definitely a harbinger of what is to come here, especially in this corner of southwest Florida. Isa?
Yeah, you're spot on, Ed. It's been so unpredictable, hasn't it? It makes it impossible almost for authorities to be a step ahead, let's say, of Hurricane Irma. You spoke to the mayor. You were telling me you spoke to the mayor. What was his biggest concern, his biggest challenge, let's say, Ed?
Well, it's going to be that storm surge. The mayor, the last storm that people here remember and generally people in these types of places in the United States tend to compare their previous experiences to what to expect this time around. And here in this corner of southwest Florida, it is Hurricane Wilma, which came ashore here back in 2005 and brought some of the strongest winds and storm surge that they had seen. And even the mayor said that he wasn't quite sure if it was in this particular case fair to compare Hurricane Wilma to Hurricane Irma, that there's definitely a sense among the first responders here that this was going to be different in every possible way.
Thanks very much, Ed Lavandera. Please stay safe. We'll keep touch with you, and we'll speak to you in the next hour or so. Ed Lavandera joining us there from Naples in Florida. And Michael, as Ed was saying there, it's so hard to keep on top of this storm. It's so unpredictable, as we have seen. And we heard it about 3 hours ago or so from Tom Sater, who was basically saying, it's a Category 3, but he actually said he'll put money on the fact that it has shifted and it has intensified. And that, of course, is a huge concern for many people here in Florida. Michael?
Yeah, indeed, millions of them as it continues up that western side of Florida. You're right, Tom, and also Karen did predict once it got over that warm water to be back up to a 4. It is indeed. Our meteorologist, Eric Van Dam, joins us now from Miami Beach. I mean,